the viewers who want to know more about you, Mr. Andres. So is it okay if you share how did you become a Christian? And how did your life transform from atheist to Christian?
Yeah, well, that's interesting topic that I like to talk. Many people ask me how do I convert to Christianity, because sometimes they think that if you are an atheist, you can you saw the light and you can see and you can convert to Christianity or another religion. So, but when I find with these people, I try to to talk with them and say why they think like that. And I usually talk about my experience. I think we all have to decide for ourselves at some point. Yeah, it's true that my family is Christian, um, uh, but I had decided, in a way to stay away from the church and everything concerning Christianity. So when I was about 14 years old, I saw my friends going to parties to have fun, and yeah, I wasn't allowed to. My parents didn't allow me to do that. So my first rejection to the church was precisely because of these restrictions. I thought that being Christian was being boring because I couldn't enjoy life and just go to church. But after that, when I finished high school here in Peru, when we finish high school, we have to prepare and to apply to an exam for the university. So when I was preparing uh, for the university, I was already beginning to question some things about faith. Whether Christianity was true or whether the church I went to was the true one, because I saw different cults and other religions so firm and sure of their faith that I wonder why think that only Christianity is true and why not also their religion. You know, these were the first questions that I started questioning that gradually began to lose my faith. So when I entered my pre-university stage, to prepare myself to the university, I met professors who don't believe in God in more prepared way. They were philosophers, yeah, and other professions. And especially this atheist philosopher, we became good friends because all those questions that I had about God and Christianity, he answered them. Obviously, they weren't true answers, um, but at the time, I thought they were true. For example, I thought that the question who created God was a was a good question. Uh, but yeah, and with the time, he recommended me atheistic literature, such as Why I'm Not a Christian by Bertrand Russell, God is Not Great by Christopher Hitchens, The God Delusion, etc., etc. I started seeing talks from these atheists, reading articles. Almost every day I read articles from atheist website and blogs. Yeah, I started to read more articles from these websites, atheist websites. Um, well, so my worldview changed. You know, I remember once I came home and told my dad I didn't believe in God. Something I like about his attitude was that my dad never imposed his belief on me. He let me think for myself. He never told me not to read this. On the contrary, at home, as you can see, I have come in contact with more non-Christian books than Christians. So uh, yeah, my dad, as John Lennon says also when he talks about his his life, my dad let me think, you know. Um, yeah, so when I told my dad that I didn't believe in God, that I considered myself an atheist, he said, "Well, why do you think? Why do you think there is no God? You know, what are your arguments?" And always at lunch or dinner time, we used to discuss these issues. And it was something I liked because I had the option of disagreeing with my dad and discussing together. You know, I thought that I will never change my way of thinking. And I, as something funny is that I already saw myself installing the value of atheism in my future children. So it was kind of crazy. However, God used apologetics to draw me into his arms. My dad is a pastor, and I remember there was a pastor's event, and then my dad, asked me if I wanted to work on this event in the area of safety. I wanted to be away from Christianity, but I said, it's money, so let's do it. Um, yeah, so I accept this job. As in all Christian events, in the end, there are always Christians books and Bibles, you know, that are selling. In one of the stalls selling Christian books, I noticed one that caught my attention. The book is called "Darwin Didn't Kill God" by Dr. Antonio Cruz. Yeah, what I said, let's see what Christians have to say about that, you know. So yeah, that's how I slowly started to delve into this world of apologetics. In the midst of reading this book, I came across the work of Dr. William Lane Craig, Ravi Zacharias, J.P. Moreland, and others. I was so captivated by the case for God existence that I went from being an atheist to being an agnostic and then a deist. So I passed for these sessions. And yeah, I set out to do research on religions and to find out whether one of them was true or all of them were false, as Bertrand Russell says in his book "Why I'm Not a Christian." However, the case for Jesus, his resurrection, completely changed my deistic view. You know, the case in favor of his resurrection is too strong to keep my deistic view. Now, while it's true that my coming to Christianity was intellectual, the Lord also worked in my life. I mean that I had a personal encounter with Jesus. Before being a Christian, I was very rebellious. I wanted to fight with my parents always, and there was no peace in my heart. You know, I always walk in anger. But when I reached the feet of the master, all that changed, and there was a total restoration in my life. So yeah, just to conclude my testimony, how do I become a Christian? One night, I went to my dad and told him that I wanted to give my life to Christ. That I recognized that I was a sinner in need of God's forgiveness. And that's how I came to Christianity. At first, I said that I thought Christianity was boring. Now I have realized that it's the opposite, you know. And I had the idea because I didn't really know Christianity. But I'm enjoying what I'm doing. I'm enjoying my life with Christ. And that's my story.
Wow.
Friends, thank you very much for watching. Please subscribe to our channel, The Fellowship League, and also please click the bell button to receive all of our valuable content in this channel in your notifications. Moreover, we have a Fellowship League page, Facebook page. Please do like and follow and share this page to your friends and families and loved ones who need the encouragement, the facts, the cross, and discourses, fun-filled, with comfort, with intellectual facts and factual discussions for you guys. Thank you very much, and God bless you all.